Hey, good afternoon. It is 1:14 p.m. here in Glendale, California, on the northeast edge of Los Angeles, California. The idea I'm sharing here, well, if you watch my other videos, you'll see that I've been living on milk now for about 6 years. I drink maybe 2 gallons of skim milk a day, and I really hardly eat or drink anything else. It has been good for my health. I think it might help. Well, I think it's good for any people's health. I actually think it might help this diet with many diseases, including big ones like cancer and AIDS. But today I'm just showing you that kind of a funner way sometimes to open your milk container, or any container with a screw-on lid, is to open the lid with the palm of your hand or instead of your fingers. And I discovered this because I slightly sort of work out with milk containers where I'll just show you. I have a milk container here, so I might be putting my fingernails under the lid and lifting it up, or I'll try to grab it kind of like this and lift and up and down. It's they're not very heavy. I don't know if they give you a lot of arm strength like big biceps, but when you play with the milk container and different ways of gripping it and moving it around, you do become somewhat more dexterous with your hands, and that part's cool. But what I learned is that, okay, in the past I was always opening the lid like that with my fingertips, but as I played with it, I learned that actually it feels kind of good sometimes to vary it up and put the lid on and off with the palm of your hand. So that's all I'm telling you here. I haven't watched many others do it. I think that it might be a natural thing to do it with your fingertips, that if you had never thought about it, you might think that it's the easiest that way. And it is. It probably feels a little less awkward. This can feel a little awkward. But this also gives your fingers a rest. And it feels kind of fun to it's using different muscles in your hand. And it doesn't just have to be when you open your milk. I mean, last night I was doing laundry, and I opened the detergent bottle, liquid detergent, with the palm of my hand. And that was kind of cool, just to mix it up, give my fingers a rest, use a different part of my hand. But then it kind of made me think more about my hand, because I was really more aware of more of the curves and muscles in my hand, because I was exercising it and stimulating it a little more. But then also, now I sometimes will reach and turn on a light switch with the palm of my hand. Now that's a little funny feeling, because usually there's a light switch plate, and it's hard to get your palm of your hand. You can't exactly grip the light switch. You don't get as nice a grip as you do with your fingers. But if you're careful and do it slowly, you can still gently turn it on with the palm of your hand and turn it off. And like I say, I don't know if it's better, but it gives you another option. It just feels good. It's just like if you always, well, I should have had an example ready, but if you always do some physical activity one way, well, they talk about carpal tunnel syndrome, where you maybe always, well, I don't know what situation comes up in, but you use your hand the same way over and over and over, and eventually you stress and strain those muscles. But if you used the other hand sometimes, or use the first hand in a different way, you might not get carpal tunnel syndrome. But also it's just fun. And maybe it will lead to really doing things more skillfully, like if I wanted to make something out of wood, like make a table or something where I use tools, it might actually lead to, it might make it easier, or faster, or I might even be more artistic because I'm playing with my hands, using the tools in a playfully different, creative way. So there it is. If you like it, play with it, or even if you don't want to really do it, just play with it in your mind. Maybe it'll lead, maybe there's something else you always do the same way that you could vary it up.